Hi, this is Rooney 207. Welcome back. For today's broadcast, I wanted to talk about the difference between, do a comparison between Axie Infinity's Ronin Network and Splinterlands SPS Chain. So, what I did is put up a document for 10 points to kind of help guide me through this conversation. The first one is the layer one blockchain that they're both reside on. The Ronin network is a sub for the Ethereum mainnet, and the SPS chain resides on the Hive blockchain. So they're two different layer ones. The Ronin network is the layer two, and the SPS chain is the layer two for the Splinterlands game. The I think one of the distinction is that the Ronin network, the Ron token, it's not integrated into the AXS Axie governance piece, so you can buy and sell and invest in it separately. And one of the advantage this has is that it enables the growth for more tokens, and as Axie Infinity, Sky Mavis, as they add more and more games to the chain will charge a fee, a transaction fee, and you'll, as a RON holder, you'll take advantage of that and receive a portion of that through the liquidity pool if you're invested in the liquidity pool, or over time the token will gradually grow with the use of the fees. I think one of the primary reasons may be due to the fact that the the Ronin network is a non-U.S. Decentralized exchange. I think that's one of the advantages of being domicile outside the U.S. And we'll kind of go through the factors for that and the considerations as we move through the points. You'll see some of the advantages of being a non-U.S. DEX. The Splinterlands SPS holders, they they do own a an integrated piece, so the chain itself is integrated into the price and the value, the governance of the SPS token itself. So the SPS holders, they'll receive fractional ownerships of any of the future developments, future games, tokens, and also I think this is the direction that the Splinterlands leadership is going, where they've taken more of an integrated piece. And I think one of the reasons is that they may not want to stand up a U.S. decentralized exchange. So as a result, for instance, the golds, the GLX game, the Splinterlands holders, the SPS holders, will receive fractional distribution on a daily basis of the GLX token, and also the SPS holder, they'll also receive vouchers, and then the GLX will also receive GLGT vouchers, similar to vouchers as well, and also in terms of the data breach, the Ronin network, Axie Infinity, has experienced one of the larger, if not the largest, data breach within our Web3 community, over $600 million. And they worked with Binance to refund the users and resolve and to move forward. And also, I believe prior to that, they were already working with Google Authenticator to improve the validator node program that they have. And so far, the SPS chain has not experienced any data breaches. In terms of being listed in the top two exchange listings, that's being Binance and Coinbase. AXS is listed, but SPS is not. The fifth point on my list is the DAO itself. AXS is domiciled in, and the signature is in Vietnam. So everything is controlled by the parent company, Sky Mavis, I believe. The SPS portion itself, in terms of the DAO component, the SPS DAO, I believe based on one of the town halls, and I don't have all the information. And hopefully, as we interact with Ali from BFF, the blockchain fund, we'll learn a little bit more from the foundation there. They're based in Singapore, I believe, and I'm not sure if it's a multi-sig arrangement, and we don't have a lot of transparency or knowledge in terms of, and hopefully over time, the both Ali, BFF, and the leadership team will share more with us as they endeavor to encourage us to try to list on exchanges. I hope also that they'll only consider listing on the either Coinbase or Binance if they're going to spend the money. And I'm still not convinced, and I'm probably still going to vote no on that if there was a forced vote. I don't think Dave McCoy did. I guess at the short period of time, maybe over the conversation, Dave McCoy and the other council members can drive the conversation for the rational reason for spending now from 20 million to 30 million SPS to try to get listed, and that some of the benefits. I think he kind of outlined some of it at a small bullet point, and also to say that the team will counter that by producing these mini packs. I believe based on the white paper, the team's already producing mini packs, so I would like to know what additional mini packs and what are some of the potential offset dollar amount and things like that. Because at the end of the day, I think it's just whales wanting to be able to dump their SPS token, and this is one of the vehicles for whales to do it. And I realize they want to get out of it. So I do understand from that perspective they need a way to be able to dump their token in a meaningful way, an efficient way. Currently, SPS is not able to do that, but we also have 4.5 more years to kind of look through and think about this process before the entire SPS airdrop is completed, the cycle as well. So look forward to Dave McCoy driving the conversation there. The sixth one, the token, we kind of covered that, AXS versus SPS, the governance token, the stable coin, and this I believe is partially due to the non-US DEX piece that Axie Infinity and the Ronin Network, they're able to use USDC as their stable coin versus Splinterlands, we used Dark Energy Crystal. The difference is that USDC is much more stable in terms of actually meeting its projected peg rate at a higher frequency compared to DEC, which we haven't been able to get there yet. So hopefully over time, with the number of products based product-backed token, it'll get there, especially as we find more places to burn DEC, and as land and other the Soul Keep game and everything kind of kicks off. For the validator node, AXS has 20 validators, I believe, currently. They had fewer prior to the breach, and I believe they increased it to 20, including the Google Authenticator to use. For SPS, we have a community license sale based on the tranche, so it'll just be based on that interval. Governance voting. AXS, it's driven by Sky Mavis. They make the singular decision on the direction there. I believe they'll have some governance voting in the future, but it's currently not implemented in an effective way for the community to participate. So from this perspective, SPS is significantly further ahead compared to Axie Infinity. Our SPS, we've moved it to more of a community proposal driven, and they're steered by the elected community leaders. From a liquidity pool perspective, both AXS and SPS, their value has significantly dropped since its release, and they're both in the airdrop process. In terms of the the actual staking, AXS gives about 42% APR versus SPS is about 22% or 26%, somewhere around there. It's in the 20s. So so I think over time you'll accumulate more in terms of the number of the AXS token, available token. But the return, we'll see. Hard to tell right now. In terms of the within the Ronin network, the ability to farm other liquidity pools, they have four that they're currently offering, which is the Ron to AXS, the Ron. So SLP is similar to, I guess, to DEC to some extent. It's the in-game token that the players make, whether it's through their LAN or their actual battle monster battles. They also offer the RON to USD DC stablecoin, and this one pays actually the most out of all of them, which is interesting. It's and the other one that is they offer, because it's on the Ethereum network, they offer RON to WETH liquidity pool, and this one pays the most because it also has the most number of people putting in, I guess, faith in Ethereum. And that makes sense because at the end of the day, Ethereum is our largest alt layer and altcoin as well, and it's probably has the strongest community based out of all the alt. In terms of the SPS, they do allow the staking rewards, and then we do get the in-game rewards as well, including the vouchers and things like that. So depending on the tokens you hold, and in terms of liquidity pool, Splinterlands offers the DEC to Binance USD, and then to Splinterlands the SPS, the BNB, the WETH as well. I think it's not as popular here. And then SPS DEC. They're on the Hive blockchain, so they'll offer liquidity pools for Hive and then the vouchers as well. And I believe that's it for this comparison. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment or thoughts and recommendations for the next video part of this series. Let me know, and thank you so much.